Hello, Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO of the Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce, and it's been a pleasure to bring you this video series right from really the start of the pandemic to talk about what nonprofits are doing, all of the services they continue to provide through the pandemic and beyond, stories about small businesses and what they're doing and how they're really helping our community. And really, we're bringing this to you because a lot of folks in our community were asking, how do we support small business during this time? How do we support our neighbors and our friends to continue to do well? So thank you for tuning in. We always appreciate it. We've got a great guest today. And please leave a comment. Where are you watching from? If you have any questions for our guests or for myself, please don't hesitate to ask. We'll try to get to them while we're live. And if not, we'll be sure to respond right after. But let's bring in our guest today. Please welcome the one and only, y'all probably know him already, Pete Chryss of First Call Security and Sound, Desert Elite Referral Partners, Alpha Commerce Consulting Group, and I know you're also on the board with like Boys and Girls Club. I mean, you're a true community friend, Chris.
Oh, thank you, Katie. It's good to see you.
You also. So let's get started with a little bit about First Call Security and Sound. You guys have been in business for a while in the desert, keeping people safe. You secure my home and the chamber business as well. Tell us a little bit about how your business is doing right now.
Business is great. Security is something that people think about, I think now more than ever. We're so blessed to be a participating member of this community. We take that very seriously at First Call. You know, we know we're not just protecting items and things people collect. We're protecting what's most important to people, their spouses, their children, their livelihoods, their businesses. We take that very seriously.
Yeah. And tell me a little bit about, I'm always interested in the technology side of what you do because it's a lot more high tech than I think people realize. Yeah. Can you just tell us a little bit about some of the trends that you're seeing for either anyone's home or business, should they want to kind of take it to the next level?
Yeah, that's a great question. And every home, every business is different. So we do not cookie cut. We do not put the same system in your home as we would put in a high value Target, a cannabis facility, a casino, things of this nature. We look at the individual needs, but there's some cutting edge stuff going on. You literally, we can put cameras in that you literally can plug in parameters on your computer and say, I want to see every 35 to 40-year-old white male with a mustache and goatee, and it'll pull up every image of that descriptor that came on any of your cameras and when. So it's a great management tool. It's also a great tool for law enforcement as well. They love it. You can do the same thing with cars too. You can plug in a partial license plate, make and model of a car, and it'll pull up every car that's passed that perimeter of any of the cameras at that time. So it's an exciting time in security with technology.
I bet. I'm going to pop your website up here as well in case folks, want more information, want to talk to Pete. Do me a favor and tell me what a few of the mistakes are maybe that people make that you've seen because you're so experienced in this field. I mean, you are the expert in the field. What are some things people kind of trip along the way to get to you?
In security, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, security, I think a lot of people need to understand that it's not the things that they're protecting, it's the state of mind. Let me give you an example. We all think we're safe in our home. Once we pull in our garage or we pull in our driveway, oftentimes we're not watching our surroundings. We think we're safe. And we don't realize that there's more home invasions from somebody pulling in their driveway and somebody pushing you into your own door than they might think. And that's a real problem. Yeah. Men and women are so different. Isn't it funny? I mean, you and John, for instance, I mean, you're so different. I mean, if John comes home and the house has been violated and somebody went through his drawers, he's not going to care who went through his BVDs or his Fruit of the Looms. Yeah. We have something in our bodies that makes us act really silly. It's called testosterone. Yeah. And what happens is that we say, oh, if that son of a gun ever comes to my house again, that's men. Women, a woman is very emotional. In that home, that home is very, very near and dear to her.
Mm-hmm.
You're moving. No
Yeah.
matter how much money you put in that home, no matter how hard you work to get that home, no matter
Mm-hmm.
how much you love that home,
Mm-hmm.
you are moving, because that woman will never feel safe
Yeah.
in that home again. So that's one thing that we really focus on, is the individual person or people, and build a system around them.
And you and I have talked before, and there are times when you've told me something that kind of breaks my heart. And so that's why I like chatting with you and talking about all these ideas and getting it in people's minds. And it's because a lot of times you do get calls after the fact. After something has already happened, that's when you'll get a call that says, I need a security system, or place something in our home. So if someone out there is really interested, you've talked about your experience and maybe some trends, things like that. What should their next step be if they want to bring you in and maybe hire you, or look at options?
Look, we don't sell here at First Call Security and Sound. I'm a firm believer, if you build relationships, sales will always take care of themselves. We're into building friendships and building relationships. Our consultations are free.
Okay.
Have us come on out, show us your needs, whether it's business or residential. Show us your needs. What are your concerns? Look, no matter how many times I visit you, I'm never going to understand your lifestyle or your business as well as you do. So I'm depending on you more than you're depending on me. I need you to explain to me what your thoughts are, what your daily activities are. And then we can design a system around you. Once we give you all the information, you can make an educated decision for yourself from there on out.
Sure.
The worst case scenario, we become friends.
And also, I would be remiss if I didn't ask this question. How many people do you employ at this time?
We are eight people strong. We are a small company, and we have 4 on the operations side and 4 on the integration side.
Excellent. So for everyone who's out there watching, true small business, expert in their field, definitely give First Call Security and Sound a call. Talk with them a little bit about your business needs or your residential needs, because, Pete's just a great person to work with and work for. So thank you for that, Pete. And let's get into a little bit about your next role, which is you created something in the Valley that has just taken off, and it's called Desert Elite Referral Partners. I bet that folks that are on here right now watching have heard of it, have seen the logo, have seen live videos. Tell us a little bit about Desert Elite in a nutshell.
Desert Elite Referral Partners is 50 plus of the Valley's most influential people and well-respected business owners in one room for a luncheon once a week. We meet once a week, and the purpose is to help each other grow our businesses. And, there's a big difference between this valley and our outlying areas. This valley, and I'm sure you'll concur with this, relationships are so very important. And for such a common word, relationship, you hear me use it a lot. That's because I believe in it.
Yeah.
In this valley, it's about building the relationships. Look, none of us have a product or service. I don't care what you do out there, friends. None of you have a product or service, including myself, that's so unique that people can't get it elsewhere.
Right.
And we make the mistake sometimes in business of thinking that our service or the product that we sell is our business. That's so not true. That's stinking thinking.
Yeah.
We are the product.
Yeah.
People buy us. When people like you and they respect you and they think you're integral, they will find a way to do business with you. Right. So I often say we have to put the sales aside and build the relationships. And sales, to me, is a dirty 5-letter S word. There's a better word, better 5-letter S word. It's called serve. If we start serving our community and thinking of others and serving their needs, you'd be surprised. You'll never sell another day in your life.
Right.
But what's interesting as you stop selling is your sales board will never be more full.
Yeah. And you're the perfect example of it. I mean, you started this group not because you're paid to do it, but you saw the need and you're doing it in such a different way. So for everyone who's out there, when Pete's talking about a strong networking group, It's so much more than that. You have referrals coming in. You've got reviews coming in,
Yeah.
on your Facebook pages and on your Yelp reviews, things like that. You've got really strong connections being made. And so networking almost isn't the right word for Desert Elite Referral Partners, because it's like super networking. It is about the bottom line of creating those relationships and building business. I mean, it's really an active group. I mean, I would use the word action for Desert Elite Referral Partners constantly, because you've got those other 50 people in that room working for you constantly.
That's just it. And I will tell you this: if you're not involved in a network marketing group in your community, you are really missing out on some key relationships and key new clients. I don't care if it's us or somebody else. Get involved.
Mm-hmm.
Get involved. There's opportunities out there. But you're right. Desert Elite is a little bit different. We took the foundation that other networking groups built, and we built the house upon it. And you're right. It's so much more than referral marketing.
Yeah.
I could give you a referral today, Katie, and it might go great. You might build a great relationship and build a new client. But reviews are so important. We live in an age where Google and Yelp have become drivers in helping connect the consumer with the vendor or the company. So we really strive on making sure our online presence for our members is profound. And we use our website, and we use every dollar of dues to go directly back into building their brand and their logo. We also have a heavy emphasis on education, because none of us are good at every facet of business.
Yes.
So think about it. How exciting. I'm getting excited just thinking about it, because every Tuesday I get to go in front of 50 of my closest friends, well-respected cornerstones in our community, and I get to pick their brains, the ones that are great at sales, the ones that are great at doing proposals, front office, back office.
HR, finances, everything.
We have everything from every trade to lawyers and doctors and accountants. Almost every trade you could think of is represented in Desert Elite. And you hit the nail on the head. None of us can really afford a sales staff of 50 industry leaders, right? I'm sure the chamber would love to have 50 people out there.
Well, we kind of do, because we're part of Desert Elite Referral Partners. So
it's just not financially possible. But you're right. You have 50 people that literally every day during their workday are finding ways to grow your business. And I'm glad you said that. Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce, the chamber at the heart of our Coachella Valley, is a Desert Elite 5-star vetted Chamber of Commerce. So we're so happy to partner with you.
Yeah, feeling is mutual. And you have a second group that's starting, the VIP group as well. So people, if someone is listening and they're interested, they should contact you at deserteliterp.com. It's scrolling there. The website is there. Learn a little bit more. Reach out. And then do they have their choice of days, or how does that work?
Well, the way it works, the way VIP came to be was through strategic partnerships. The second group had to be created. It was out of a need, meaning we literally had, and this is, believe me, I realize what a big blessing this is. We had people literally on a 2-year waiting list, waiting for their category to open. That's right. What do you mean category, Pete? I mean, Desert Elite only allows one of every profession. So if you are, let's say, a plumber, and you are a 5-star vetted Desert Elite member, no other plumbing vendor can come and visit.
Right.
No other plumbing vendor will be considered for membership. We protect your exclusivity, and we protect your referral stream. So we had people on waiting lists, and there was a need for it. So we created the second group that meets on Thursdays. It's VIP Referral Partners. Same concept, same blueprint. You still have to listen to my big mouth for 90 minutes, but it's basically the overflow and the people that could not get in Desert Elite.
Oh, great. And, without further ado, I would also love for you just to share, tell me what Alpha Commerce, I'm sorry.
You're talking like me now. Yeah.
I just mixed up all those words. Alpha Commerce Consultants, as if you weren't busy enough securing the world and creating networking opportunities for small businesses and nonprofits. Tell me where Alpha came from.
Alpha was really born again out of necessity, but it was created after Desert Elite. People think it's the other way around. It's not. Once we had the proven model of Desert Elite, I started getting phone calls and started getting interest from other areas and other organizations, mostly chambers of commerce. Because you remember, Katie, you and I have been friends for quite some time, and we remember when we started this, and you are a original member of Desert Elite. People thought that a network marketing group and a chamber of commerce could not coexist. Right. My gosh, you're going after the same people.
Right.
No, we proved them wrong. We proved that not only can we coexist, but we can strengthen each other.
Absolutely.
Iron sharpens iron. And you can speak to, I'll let you speak to it, with how many new members the chamber actually got from Desert Elite and vice versa.
That's right.
We have co-branded lunches, so many things, lunch and learns. And what happened was other chambers started reaching out, mostly out of curiosity. And the reason is this. Most chambers of commerce, they have one main revenue stream. It's membership.
Yeah.
And as if that wasn't hard enough, then we had hit with COVID. So membership generally, and I'm just guessing on this number, membership in most chambers went down a good 30%, I'm saying, probably some more. So what we are able to provide is take that proven model of Desert Elite and offer to chambers of commerce or other businesses the model where we can build them a dynamic networking machine, which is going to allow their members to participate with one another more. It's going to allow their members to pass referral business and strengthen the chamber and grow the chamber membership from within. We have to understand that a chamber of commerce is not about the CEO or even the board. It's about the members. And the most successful chambers I've ever seen are member driven.
Yeah, very much so. You understand it. I mean, you understand all of it. And that's, I think, the thing about you is when you look at something, whether that's the security part or the Desert Elite part, you really see all of the opportunity there and make it work. So kudos to you. Last question. When do you sleep, Pete?
You'd be surprised. That's kind of the running joke in my family and at these businesses is I only sleep about 4 hours a night.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, then that explains it.
I'm up at 4 a.m., checking the stock market and everything else. And I only sleep about 4 hours. And I'm lucky if I get 4 solid hours because usually my mind just is going, and I really love serving this community. The Coachella Valley has been so good to my family.
Right.
And raising my kids here.
Yes.
What a unique opportunity I have to be able to sit front row and watch the young men, my sons, just flourish and bloom in the business community that I helped to help and create. It's just, I'm humbled every time I think about it.
Well, you should be. You guys have done a great job, and it's just a pleasure to watch and be a part of, and we're thrilled for you. I've got some rapid fire questions for you. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right. Who's your favorite baseball team?
The New York Yankees. Is that even an option? When I go to the hospital and they ask me what blood type I am, I say pinstripe. I believe
love
pinstripe.
It. What is one of your favorite books?
Oh, I'm not a big reader, but I will tell you a category that I read. The only category I really read a lot is history and political science books. I love reading biographies of past presidents.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay. All right. Little history buff there. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
What is your favorite food?
Ooh, I love a good steak.
Best weekend activity?
Disappearing in the mountains and just doing absolutely nothing.
I love it. Well, it was fun to get to know you just a little bit more. Thank you truly for all that you do in the community. I see you out there with First Call, keeping people safe. And what you're doing with Desert Elite is just monumental for this valley and Alpha Commerce Consultants as well. So we appreciate you very much. I encourage everyone out there to get to know Pete, grab a one-to-one with him, grab some coffee with him, learn a little bit more. And really, I think ultimately both of us are saying get involved in your community, support small businesses. There are many ways to do so. And we're also here to help you. We're both great resources in the community. So thank you for all you do.
My pleasure. Anybody out there listening or watching, please, if you want to get plugged in, reach out to me. I'd love to have you as my personal VIP guest. Let me buy you lunch. Let me introduce you to some of the biggest people, biggest names in this valley, and you'll be surprised at the community involvement there, the participation there, and how it's going to help grow your business and grow your influence in the valley as well.
That's right. Raising the profile. It's what it's all about.
And Pete, one more thing, Kitty, if I may. Support your chambers. They're the forgotten heroes of this whole thing. They are the bridge between local government, municipal government, consumers, and the business community. If that bridge burns, that's it. Support your local chambers. Get out to the mixers. Go to the lunch and learns. Go to the breakfasts. Let me tell you, where else can you spend $350, $400 for a year and have unlimited events where you can introduce your business to people? It's crazy what they're charging. They should be charging 3 times as much.
That's right.
I'm going to shut up before she raises her prices. But go and write the check today before they realize what the heck they're doing.
Oh, dang. That's right. That's a mic drop right there. Bam. Thanks, Pete, for joining us. Promise to come back and share more soon.
Anytime you invite me.
All right. We'll see you soon, my friend. Take
Bye.
care. And thanks so much for joining us today. I'm going to leave the websites down below so that if you want to check out a small business, First Call Security and Sound is there. Desert Elite Referral Partners website is on there as well. And just a couple of things we have coming up for the month of October. Happy October 1st, by the way. We have a sexual harassment prevention training. You may know that each employee needs to have 1 hour by the end of the year, and every supervisor needs to have 2. This is a free training for chamber members. We have a power lunch at Cibon. We have an open house and ceremony for Pueblo Unido. They're located in La Quinta, and this nonprofit organization, their focus is on all of the farm workers here in the Coachella Valley, making sure that they have the resources that they need, things like clean water. This is a phenomenal nonprofit. We invite you to it, and I'll put all the information down below as well. Another power lunch at O'Kane's Irish Pub, and we have a mixer coming up, a meet and greet mixer at HR Green in Palm Desert. So a lot of activity happening in the valley. We're all getting ready for kind of this last 90 days of the year. You are not alone. You've got a whole resource and community around you rallying. If there's ever anything that I can do for you, for your business, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. That's what your Chamber of Commerce is here for. Take care, everybody. See you soon.